Today is the first day of the Modern Warfare 2 beta, and I've put a decent amount of time into it already, about 5 hours, way too much, I know, but with that time, I think I got an overall vibe of what's going on here. Of course, I can't tell you exactly how it's going to turn out or anything like that, obviously that's not what I'm saying, but with that time, I can tell you right away there are some things I do not like about this game, and there are 3 things that annoy the hell out of me, and I think they need to be looked at, so let's give Infinity Ward some feedback, even though I'm not sure they know what the word means since they never listen to it. But, of course, let's not waste any more time and talk about these bad things. And the first thing I want to talk about, and the thing that's been annoying me more than anything during this beta, is the spawns. Like, oh my gosh, they are bad. Now, to be fair, this is a beta, and obviously the spawns always suck in a beta, but to me, I feel like where the sucking comes with these spawns feel intentional. Like, this feels like what they were trying to do. And to really give you an idea of what the problem is with this is that normally in Call of Duty, how it works when you play team-based game modes, that you and the enemy have your own bases, and that's where you're predominantly going to spawn. Of course, there's exceptions to this. When someone pushes into your base, you can spawn a little bit to the side, and if they really push into it, then you could spawn in the middle of the map, and if they really push into it, they'll completely flip. You know how spawns are supposed to work as the Lord intended. But in this game, you rarely spawn in your own base, with the exception of like one map. I think Hotel is the only map that I consistently spawned in my own base. Most of the time in almost all the other maps, I'm spawning in the middle of the map and ain't nobody pushed into my base. Like, nobody's there, because I'm so confused. I go run to my base to make sure no one's there, go clear out, and I never find anybody because there ain't anybody there. It just spawned me in the middle of the map for no reason at all, and it makes no sense at all. Farm 18 also has this exact same problem. They'll have you spawning in the sandbag area instead of the actual spawns, which makes no sense at all. Like, why are we spawning not in our bases? Like, that's the whole point of bases, especially in domination. It makes zero sense at all. And Mercado also has a huge problem with it. I think this one is the worst offender out of all of them, because sometimes you'll be spawning on opposite sides of the A flag when you're playing domination, which makes zero sense, because what about the rest of the map? What about the C flag? What about the B flag? Why are we only spawning on the A flag? It makes no sense at all. It's so bad, and I really hope that this isn't intentional, but a part of me feels like it is. And if that's the case, I hope they change it fast, because this is even worse than the Modern Warfare 2019 squad spawns. But this course continues into the next problem that I have with the game, and it's the minimap. Of course, it's the minimap. The fact that we don't have red dots appear on the minimap when people are firing unsuppressed guns is stupid. And honestly, I could go on about talking about why this is so bad, why we all hate it, and why every time people go to play the game early, they tell them that they want the traditional minimap back and all that. We could go over that, but what's the point, guys? What's the point? We've told them the same thing since 2019. They still don't listen. Infinity Ward doesn't know what feedback is, as I said at the start of this video, and it sucks, but I hope they change it, but I just really don't think they will, because they're really stubborn about this one for who knows what reason. Now, since I don't want to talk about that one anymore, let's talk about the third problem I have with this game, and what that is the perk system. And the perk system, to me, I feel like it has some good ideas. Like, I feel like this can be a cool feature if they did it right. But my major problem with this is that you only spawn in with 2 perks. And then throughout the match, you get your bonus and then ultimate perks after timers that can be shortened by the amount of score you get. Which, again, the idea of that isn't bad. But the fact that they nerf you in order to buff you 4 minutes into the match just to get 3 perks again is kind of dumb to me, because in every other Call of Duty, you at least spawned in with 3 perks, and sometimes even more based on the Call of Duty you're looking at. And what they decided to do was just nerf you down to spawning in with only 2 perks. And it's just like, why are you nerfing us just to return us back to where we are 4 minutes later? Like, that's just what Call of Duty was before. And to me, I think that's stupid. Now, if I had to come up with a fix to this, I would just add all the bonus perks into the basic perks section, and then just let us spawn in with 3 perks from there. And sure, you could leave the ultimate perk in, probably lower its cooldown, because the 8-minute timer, even with the multipliers on your score, still takes a while. So I would still lower that. And that would be a fix that I would come off just off the top of my head right now, because I think it would do what you want. You're not nerfing us in order to just buff us back, right? And the ultimate perk, when you do get it, is just a straight up buff, because instead of having 3, now you have 4, which is more than what you had in 2019. That's how I would fix it, but just an idea I threw out. And those are the 3 major things that have been annoying me about this game. Now, I'd love to hear what you guys think about these. You guys agree with me that these are the 3 biggest problems with the game currently, or there's some other things? Like, I'm aware there are some smaller issues that I didn't mention, like the UI is whack as hell, and there's also a couple other smaller things. I know people don't like the movement and stuff like that, but to me, these are the big ones. So I'd love to hear you guys still share what you guys think about the beta and its problems thus far. Regardless, though, that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you guys did enjoy, then definitely do all the normal YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, bell, share, and all that great stuff. But I'm gonna go. I'll catch you guys next stream video, or whatever the heck it may be. And, laters, guys.